Kim shares how she had no idea what was happening to her body at first, learning that perimenopause wasn't just getting older, but a hormonal shift with real physical and emotional effects helped her reclaim her agency. Kim stood there one morning, brushing her teeth, staring into the mirror, and wondering, what is happening to me? She wasn't sad exactly, but everything felt off. Her body felt heavier, her brain foggier, and her emotions were ricocheting from calm to rage to tears within the span of an hour. She'd always prided herself on being strong, stable, predictable, so this made no sense. Is it stress? Is it my diet? Am I losing my mind? She whispered to herself. But no one had taught her what perimenopause even was. Not in school, not in media, not in her friend groups. She was supposed to guess her way through this. That's when she decided she was done being passive. That confusion, that powerlessness, it ends the moment you decide to get educated. Kim said, I grabbed a notebook and started taking notes on myself like I was my own science project, tracking sleep, mood, appetite, energy. And guess what? Patterns emerged. I wasn't broken. I was changing, and once I knew that, I stopped fighting myself. When you don't understand what's happening in your body, you internalize it. You blame yourself. That's what society teaches women. If you're tired, you're lazy. If you're gaining weight, you're undisciplined. If you're moody, you're irrational. But Kim realized the truth, you can't manage what you don't name. Learning the word, perimenopause, gave her back her breath. It wasn't a mystery anymore. It had a name. It had science behind it. It had stages, and more than anything, it had solutions. That's what she wants every woman to know. You are not crazy. You are not alone. You are not failing. You are transforming. And transformation isn't something to fear. It's something to harness. She remembers telling Penn, this is what's going on. It's hormonal. It's real. And I need your support. Not your confusion. And Penn said, why didn't anyone tell us this? Why didn't men get taught this too? They both began to educate themselves, and in doing so, they took their marriage into a deeper, more empathetic place. Kim's advice, be your own detective, don't wait for permission. Read the books, listen to the podcasts, follow the specialists. Don't let anyone minimize what you feel just because they don't understand it. Because guess what? Understanding it is your job now. You get to be the expert on you. And when you walk into a doctor's office informed, confident, and ready to ask questions, the game changes. No more settling for vague answers or antidepressants as the cure. You deserve clarity. You deserve support. You deserve to feel powerful in your skin again. You don't have to drift into perimenopause like a fog. You can enter it like a force. Let me know if you'd like the next expanded point or a visual breakdown of hormonal stages during perimenopause. Penn speaks on watching Kim suffer silently, how society's lack of conversation around this stage in a woman's life makes it harder for partners to understand and support. The couple opens up about how they grew stronger by choosing transparency over confusion. Penn remembered the moment it clicked for him. He was standing in the kitchen, watching Kim stir her coffee in complete silence, her shoulders slumped, her eyes distant, her energy dimmed. And he thought, this isn't burnout, this is something else. But what was it? He didn't know, she didn't know. And that was the terrifying part. They were living under the same roof, loving each other deeply, yet navigating two different realities, and no one had taught either of them how to talk about this phase of life. It was invisible, silent, and isolating. Kim felt like she was unraveling from the inside out. The irritability came out of nowhere. The sleep was gone, her body felt foreign, her confidence cracked, but she didn't want to sound like she was complaining. Penn, confused and helpless, kept trying to fix it. Maybe we just need a vacation, he'd offer, or are you sure it's not just stress? But that only made Kim feel more unseen. And she'd snap, I don't know what's wrong, okay? I just don't feel like me anymore. And Penn's heart would break a little each time, thinking, why can't I help her? But here's what changed everything. They started talking through it instead of around it. Kim sat Penn down and said, I need you to listen, not fix, just listen. Something is happening to me, and it's bigger than both of us. I'm not weak, I'm not dramatic. I'm going through something, real perimenopause. And Penn, like so many partners who care but simply don't know, said, I believe you, and I want to learn. And that right there is the pivot. That's where the invisible struggle becomes a shared one, because this is the truth. Perimenopause doesn't just affect women, it affects relationships. And silence is its deadliest weapon. You want to protect your marriage, talk about the hard stuff. Talk when it's awkward. Talk when you don't have the words yet. Talk before resentment builds. Because what Kim and Penn discovered is this. The longer you go pretending everything's fine, the more damage it does to both people. Kim learned that just because it's her body doesn't mean it's her battle alone. And Penn learned that being a good partner isn't about having all the answers. It's about being present when the questions are hard. They made a pact to be curious instead of defensive, open instead of reactive, and most of all, gentle with each other in the chaos. Penn's advice to other partners, don't wait until she breaks to care. Don't roll your eyes when she says she feels off. Don't reduce her to mood swings and hormones. Educate yourself. Read what she's reading. Ask what she needs. Because this is the most important part. You're not losing her. She's evolving. And if you're brave enough to walk beside her, not ahead or behind, you might just fall in love with this new version of her even more deeply than before. Let me know if you'd like the next expanded point or a Couple's Guide to Perimenopause Support, F. Kim emphasizes how many women are misdiagnosed or brushed off. She shares how she had to learn the language, the science, and the confidence to stand up for her health because nobody else was going to do it for her. Kim walked out of her first doctor's appointment nearly in tears, not from relief, but from pure frustration. She'd gone in hoping for answers. What she got instead was a rushed checklist, a dismissive that's just aging, and a prescription she didn't ask for. No one took the time to really listen. No one asked about her symptoms with curiosity. No one mentioned perimenopause. And the worst part, she almost accepted it. Almost believed that maybe this exhaustion, the sudden anxiety, the night sweats, the feeling of fading, all of it was just part of being a woman who should get used to it. But then she stopped herself and said, no, not this time. I'm not accepting confusion as a diagnosis. That was the day she decided to become her own health advocate. And here's what she wants every woman to know. If your doctor isn't taking you seriously, find another one. If you feel dismissed, speak louder. If they don't know what perimenopause is or can't explain it with clarity and care, they are not your person. You have to stop treating white coats like they're gods. They're not. They're humans, and if you come to that office with no voice, you'll leave with no answers. So she started reading, not casually aggressively. She dug into hormones, into sleep cycles, into how estrogen affects everything from memory to joint pain to libido. She wrote it all down, tracked her symptoms, created timelines, found correlations. She arrived at her next appointment with a binder, looked her new doctor in the eye, and said, before you suggest anything, I need you to look at this. This is my body. This is my story. I've done the work. Will you meet me in the middle? That conversation changed everything. Because when you speak with conviction, people listen differently. You can't walk into those offices hoping for permission to feel what you're feeling. Walk in expecting respect. Walk in expecting answers, and if they don't give them, walk out. Kim learned that advocating for yourself isn't about confrontation, it's about clarity. You have to believe that your symptoms are real, that your intuition is valid, that just because you're not bleeding on the outside doesn't mean you're not bleeding on the inside. Hormonal shifts are real medical events, not imaginary phases, and you, dear woman, are not overreacting. You're waking up. So bring your questions. Ask them twice if you have to. Don't let a rushed appointment rob you of your health. This is your life. This is your brain, your sleep, your marriage, your energy, your joy. If someone's brushing that off like it's not urgent, they don't deserve access to your story. Demand better. Because once you start fighting for your wellness instead of apologizing for your symptoms, the world starts to respond to you differently. Let me know if you'd like the next expanded point or a quick checklist for doctor visits, tailored for perimenopause. They talk about the emotional distance that can occur during perimenopause and how couples must learn to love each other differently, not less. Vulnerability became their superpower. There was a moment, Kim says, when she was lying in bed next to Penn, wide awake at 2 a.m., staring at the ceiling, wondering how something as natural as perimenopause could make her feel so utterly disconnected, not just from herself, but from the man who had stood beside her through everything. She wasn't angry. She wasn't uninterested. But her body had changed, her emotions had shifted, and the intimacy that once felt effortless now felt foreign. She whispered, "Do you still even see me?" And the truth is, Penn had been asking himself the same question. Am I doing something wrong? Is she pulling away? Am I supposed to fix this or wait it out? That uncertainty became a quiet wedge between them, and neither one had the words to talk about it. But they made a decision. They would not let silence win. They would not let hormones steal the closeness they'd spent years building. So Kim started saying the hard things. I don't feel sexy right now. I feel like I'm disappearing, she admitted through tears one night. And Penn, instead of offering a solution or brushing it off, reached over, took her hand and said, "Then let me help you feel seen again." She says, was the beginning of redefining what intimacy really meant. Perimenopause doesn't just change your libido. It changes your emotional rhythm, your self-image, your patience, your vulnerability. And if you're not careful, it can quietly push two people apart simply because they don't know how to meet each other in the middle of the storm. What Kim and Penn learned is this: intimacy has to evolve. You can't keep loving someone the same way and expect it to land when everything around you is changing. You have to learn each other all over again. You have to ask new questions. What feels good now? What do you need to feel safe? What does closeness look like in this season? And it's not always physical. Sometimes intimacy is just sitting beside her while she cries without asking why. Sometimes it's sending her an article that helped you understand what estrogen loss does to the brain. Sometimes it's looking at her. Not her body, not her mood, not her changes, but her. And saying, "You're not losing yourself. You're expanding, and I'm still here." Kim's advice to every woman is this: stop pretending you're fine just to keep the peace. Tell your partner what's going on inside. Tell them what feels different, what scares you, what shuts you down, and to every partner, don't take it personally. Don't make her pain about you. Be curious, be kind, be patient. This is not rejection, it's reinvention. And the couples who get stronger through perimenopause are the ones who dare to lean in when it gets uncomfortable, who don't give up when the spark dims, who remember that love isn't a static thing. It's a living, breathing force that needs to be fed with grace, honesty, and above all, presence. Let me know if you'd like the next expanded point or a QUENC. Re-HED by anything in this COMMUNICTEATMIPONORARY guy Durald F. tailored to this phase. Their signature humor didn't go away. It evolved. They leaned into making each other laugh with the chaos instead of letting it tear them apart. Finding joy in the mess became their way to heal and help others. Kim says there was a point where she couldn't even recognize her own laugh anymore. The woman who once danced in the kitchen, who cracked jokes at the worst times just to lighten the mood, who used humor as a lifeline, that version of her had gone quiet. She was tired, anxious. Her brain felt like a fogged-up mirror she couldn't wipe clean. And every time she tried to be playful, she felt offbeat, out of sync. It was like her joy had packed a bag and left without a forwarding address, and Penn, he noticed, he missed her laugh. He missed their inside jokes. He missed the rhythm they had when even chaos felt like a game they played together. But here's what shifted everything. One night, Kim burst into tears after accidentally putting cinnamon in the pasta instead of oregano. She stood there, mortified, thinking, how did I become this person? And then Penn, instead of getting frustrated, just started laughing. Not cruelly, but lovingly, hilariously, loudly. He picked up the spoon, tasted it like it was a 5-star dish, and said, "Well, I've never had dessert spaghetti, but it's bold." Kim stared at him for a second, and then she laughed too. Like deep, full-body, healing laughter, the kind that breaks a spell. And in that moment, they both realized humor was not gone. It was just waiting for permission. That's the advice Kim gives now with all the fire in her soul. Let yourself laugh in the middle of the mess. You're not disrespecting your struggle. You're surviving it. You're honoring your humanity. Laughter is medicine, and when perimenopause tries to convince you that you've become too sensitive, too broken, too old, it's laughter that reminds you that you're still alive. So yes, things get ridiculous. You'll walk into rooms and forget why. You'll cry over dog food commercials. You'll think you're pregnant, menopausal, and allergic to your own clothes, all in the same week. But you know what? That's life. That's being a woman. That's hormone roulette. And instead of drowning in shame or frustration, you have the power to choose joy anyway. Kim and Penn started filming goofy videos about perimenopause symptoms, not just to make others laugh, but to prove to themselves that humor still belonged here, that if they could laugh at night sweats, brain fog, mood swings, and wild cravings, they could take the sting out of it. Not because it wasn't serious, but because their spirit was stronger than the chaos. Kim's challenge to every woman: don't wait to feel like yourself again before you start laughing. Start laughing to find yourself again. Crack the joke, make the weird dance move, wear the fuzzy socks with pride. Invite your partner into the ridiculous, because joy doesn't arrive when the hormones stabilize. Joy arrives when you decide that you deserve to feel light even in the heaviness. And that decision over and over again is how you take your power back. Let me know if you'd like the final expanded point or a fun video script idea, inspired by their humor. Kim speaks passionately about the myth that perimenopause is a decline. Instead, she says it forced her to wake up to who she really was beyond roles, body image, or age. She began living more boldly than ever before. Kim says the biggest lie she ever believed was that perimenopause marked the beginning of her decline. That the energy she once had, the sharpness, the drive, the magnetism, it was all supposed to fade now, quietly, like a candle burning out. But she didn't go quietly. She refused. Because there came a moment, standing in the mirror, staring into her own tired eyes, where she said out loud, I am not disappearing. I am arriving. Perimenopause wasn't the end. It was the awakening. Asterisk, it stripped away everything she used to rely on: her predictable body, her consistent emotions, her mental clarity, and it forced her to find asterisk, new asterisk strength. Not surface-level confidence, not the kind that comes from compliments or titles or achievements. Real, deep-rooted power. The kind that comes from knowing who you are when everything comfortable has been ripped away. She looked at herself and said, "You're not less. You're just more complicated now, and there's beauty in that." She started asking questions she'd never dared to ask. Asterisk, what do I actually want? What's no longer serving me? Who am I trying to please? Asterisk, and when the answers came, they weren't always gentle. But they were honest, and that honesty cracked her wide open in the best possible way. She began choosing herself with no guilt, saying no without explanation, reclaiming mornings, protecting her energy, not because she was selfish, because she was finally awake to what mattered. And Penn, he watched her rise like he was witnessing a woman reborn. She wasn't the same, and he wasn't afraid of that. He didn't want the version of Kim who smiled through discomfort just to keep things smooth. He wanted asterisk this asterisk Kim, the bold one, the honest one, the raw one who said what she meant and meant what she said. The one who would burn the damn rulebook if it didn't align with her truth anymore. And Kim realized something powerful. If perimenopause made her harder to control, to predict, to mold, asterisk good. Asterisk, that meant it was doing its job. So if you're in it right now, feeling like you've lost your rhythm, like life is demanding too much, listen to this. You're not falling apart. You're being rebuilt. You are not ending. You are asterisk emerging. Asterisk all the energy that once went into people, pleasing, into holding it all together, into shrinking and softening. Let it now fuel your rebirth. Try the things you were too scared to try. Speak louder than you ever have. Walk into rooms like your presence is a asterisk gift. Asterisk because it is. Kim says the woman she is now, the one who went through the fog and fire of perimenopause, is more asterisk, her asterisk, than she's ever been. And if that's what this stage of life brings, then bring it on. Let the world make space. Let the old definitions die. Let this be the moment you stop surviving and start asterisk living asterisk. On purpose, out loud, and without apology. Let me know if you'd like to turn this into a full-length speech draft. F, or need quotable lines. F for social media impact.